Well, welcome to English 1 Honors. I am Lisa Williams. I've been at Harvest for 11 years. I couldn't be more excited about teaching. I guess I could be, but I'm going to just try to contain myself here and tell you about all the things that we're going to do in English 1 Honors. Okay, but can I just first say that I love to teach English. I love it, love it, love it. And I've also always wanted to do a video to tell people how much I love English. So let's just get started with some of the books that you will need to have for this class. We will read and we will write like you wouldn't believe. And when you get done with this, you will be so prepared for my English 2 honors class, in which we do even more. The first thing you probably want to have is a binder. I don't care what color binder it is. I don't care whose brand it is. But to be organized, you need a binder. So something that looks like this. This is a great binder. And even though it was very much middle school, I can tell you that in high school, if you're organized, it's the #1 thing to success. If you can keep organized, you will be a great student. So please bring a binder. The next thing that you'll need is this gigantic, heavy book, which you get to keep in a locker. And it is called Explorer Level, Implications of Literature. This is the honors level. We probably use this for 2 quarters. And we actually go through almost every short story and poem in this book. Something to look forward to. It's really super interesting though, especially when we do poetry. Okay, I'll save the best for last. Everybody in high school is going to use this writer's guide. Even my senior in college still uses this. We used to homeschool, and when I taught IEW at home, we used this. She still uses it in college. All of my English students will also have the Elegant Essay. This just breaks down how to write a perfect essay into little tiny swallowable, if that's a word, bites. And so we'll all do this together. I love this book. Okay, this one is going to be the best. I know you're going to be so excited for it. Writing and Grammar 9. Get ready. It's extensive. This is like 1,200 pages of grammar, and we're going to do it all because it's so fabulous. It's best to be a good grammar person than to not be one and embarrass yourself in public situations. Okay, now for the literature. It is the best. I have picked this with you in mind because I want you to be a well-rounded English student. The first book that we have is The Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court by Mark Twain. Mark Twain! Mark Twain! He writes funny things. This is a funny book. You're going to laugh. You're going to look at cartoons. I'm giving you a book with cartoons in it, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to think it's wonderful. And we're going to do a creative project with this, and you are going to not even know that you're learning. It's going to be so much fun. Okay. Then we do Shakespeare, because he's the best. Julius Caesar. The best thing about Julius Caesar is we have an Orange Julius Caesar salad party. Everything that we can find Caesar, we do with Julius Caesar. And we do a lot of dress up and role playing in this book. Shakespeare is hard. It's very hard to understand, but you will, because we're going to break it down. It's going to be so fun. Oh, Be Still My Heart. Mr. Bingley, would you like to introduce this one? Come here. All right. Pride and Prejudice. It is the best book of all time ever written. #1 on my list. My dog Mr. Bingley is here with me. He's very excited about reading this for the 14th time. His co-part, Baby Jane, they were named after this book. Jane Austen is almost like, I believe she's probably a saint. Anyway, we are going to read Pride and Prejudice, and it will be fantastic. We have a tea party when we read this book. Full on silver, china, flowers. It's a big deal. Lastly, Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea. You will fall in love with The Old Man and the Sea. You'll want to just reflect as you go to the beach. Absolutely fabulous literature. I'm very excited if you can't tell already. Some other things that you probably have seen on the curriculum list. I'm really, really detailed about things. So always, always, always print your lesson plan when you come to class, because I like to refer to it, make sure you know exactly what you're supposed to do. Some of you will buy these things. If you can see, you will learn to annotate quite well. Some of you will buy things like this to annotate. Some of you will buy things like this to annotate, which just are more frilly. All of you will bring in these because I use about 1,000 a year, and so will you, because I make you write as well as I do. And I certainly encourage a planner just to keep yourself organized. If you learn to do this in 9th grade, I cannot tell you how successful you will be by the time you get to 12th grade. Finally, I want to just invite you to be enthusiastic about English. Whether you like it or not, you're going to come into this classroom and be surprised about all the fun things that we do. One thing that I will stress above all else is to try and to be kind. And that's how we work in this classroom. You're allowed to have food, you're allowed to have coffee, you're allowed to pretty much do anything as long as you're respectful. And so I certainly look forward to seeing you in just about 2 weeks.